let's just talk about like taking breaks. We took a little small break in between the Will Show, but hey, shit takes time. So, but in most things, you have to take a break. If it's a mental break from work, from stress, to be better, sometimes you have to take that step back to look forward with a clearer view. They always say hindsight is 2020, so sometimes you have to take that little step back so you can take a confident step forward. So, in all things that you're doing, remember sometimes moving forward slowly is the same thing as moving forward. Take that break. Don't let nobody stress you out. This life is going to continue to go on, most definitely. But while y'all listening, y'all know All Star break finna come to Chicago finally. Quite honestly, I'm waiting to see how many NBA players get robbed. I know it's gonna happen. When I see y'all in the hood with their chain on, just let me know what player it is so I can talk about them. And when y'all players get robbed, don't say nothing. Y'all know it's Chicago. You should have had security. I don't care if you 6'7", 7 foot tall. A nigga will climb up on top of somebody else and steal your chain. Best believe that'll happen. What's with the 6 point stars? I don't know which one of the GDs is in the NBA Association who decided that they had to go ahead and put this 6 point star in the middle of the jersey. It's just my observation. But we got a good guest today. He's funny. I think he's funnier than me. I'm lying. I think I know one. Okay, no. Ain't gonna go there. But he's a funny guy. Can't wait for y'all to meet him. Let's go. You ready? Should I meet him?
I mean, I left my kids outside for this, so I'm ready, brother.
You left the car running, right? Yeah.
No, they outside the car.
Outside
on the street.
You don't trust them in the car?
Panhandling.
I believe that. I mean, that's real talk. Kids be taking off. Anyway, all right, y'all. Today on the Will Hill Show, we got Big Keef. Big Keef, man, tell them who you are.
Comedian Big Keef, actor, singer, writer, baby daddy, child's father, brother, uncle, cousin, and friend. A national entertainer, somebody who's funny, somebody who, if you ever around me, you always gonna have the best time in your life, and that's what makes me valuable. And I'm shopping around the country right now. I'm doing big things. I've been doing comedy for about 13 years, stand-up comedy in Chicago, all over the world. I've been on TV a couple times, and
You're going too fast. I'm supposed to ask the questions. I'm gonna get to those questions. Those are my questions. You just gonna fly.
You asked
right
me
through
to
those.
tell them something about myself.
Not everything. So, Big Keef, how long you been doing comedy, man?
A couple of years.
A couple of years. When did you realize comedy is what you wanted to do?
I started late. Dave Chappelle.
What's late?
Like, dude, I started when I was 28 years old.
Yeah.
Cats like Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, Lil Rel, they was doing it when they were 16, 17 years old. Yeah. They knew early on that they was locked into what their gift was supposed to be applied for.
Right.
Me, myself, I'm just like, I didn't believe at the time that I was extraordinarily funny. I thought I was just friendly, person to person. Everywhere I go, I'm always finding a way to make people laugh, and people should say, "Wow, dude, you should be on TV." You don't take that to heart.
Right.
You're not a vain
That's
person.
compliment.
But eventually, it got to the point to where I was like, "Okay, let me try it." I met a guy. It was a strange situation. I was a crack king in high school. I don't know how many guys you know that was like.
You from the city?
Southside.
What high school you went to?
I went to St. Rita and Hales.
Oh, y'all hear the mans?
St. Rita, Chicago Historical, Hales Black Historical High School. All boys, but I like all girls. That balances it out. But in high school, I was a crack king. You know, I emulated Martin Lawrence, and we used to have crack sessions. You ever had a roast session at school where in the lunchroom they create the circle?
Oh, yeah.
And if you step in the middle of that circle, you either going to get laughed out or you going to rock.
Right.
I used to be one of the dudes that they used to get me. I used to be outside playing football. Well, think about cracking no jokes. My boy get in the circle, get ate up, they run, come get me. I run out.
I'm back!
I run from outside, I'm sweaty. I look like I've been, you know what I'm saying, beat up playing football, and I step out. The circle is opening as I walk into it, right? And then it closes behind me. So I stand there and one hit me. Then I, so.
You ready?
I thought that was just me being me. I didn't know it was a gift that was supposed to meant for people to, you know what I'm saying, feel joy and feel their laughter. So I had an opportunity to get on stage, and I went to Jokes and Oaks, the end of 2006, and it's been a very, very wild ride.
Well, let's get it. So, this point in your comedy career, what would you say has been your highest point? Where was the place that had the most shock value? Like, this is how I know I'm doing it right. What was that moment?
When you get around people that have no idea what you're talking about and you're able to illustrate it.
What you mean? Break that down.
When you're in Chicago and you in clubs and lounges and it's an urban setting, we all speak the same language.
Right.
We all understand the same, the things that go on. We all see it and speak it and hear it the same.
Right.
But when you go to Atlanta, New York, LA, or somewhere in the middle of the country, Tennessee, somewhere that's not mainstream, you still have to articulate the things you think is funny and make it funny to them. Or if you're in front of an all-white audience, the perception is different.
Almost definitely.
Black people want to feel first, think second.
Right.
I'm not going to give you my attention span if I haven't felt your energy, feel your authenticity, or feel that you even care about the craft of making me laugh. Right? And white people, or more mainstream audiences, I should say, want to think first, feel second.
Right.
I don't want all your energy if you haven't caused me to think. So when I conquered that, when I was able to take my urban underground black jokes and make them universal to, I do kids, colleges, Christian groups, churches, 90-year-old birthday parties, nursing home shows. I done did shows everywhere, colleges, clubs, lounges, theaters. So once you get that, that's when you begin to be like, damn, this is worth something now. And that's where I'm at now, trying to make my name fit my funny.
I'm right there with you. Like you said, you started late. I just started doing comedy as well. I just had my first book gig, where they was like, all right, we'll pay you, come do some jokes. Other than that, I mean, the hustle of just going to places, signing up, and doing your thing. So I was crazy happy. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, man, we go give you woo. You go 10 minutes. Okay. It was just me. It was a retirement party. I was a little nervous, but I guess I started late too. I didn't think that was a late.
Young, right?
I'm 29.
Okay. Yeah. I thought you were like 22. Okay, you got a young old
I'm
face.
looking good then.
Young old face. Okay.
I got one grade, but I cut it though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's gonna come back. No, but starting late is always a challenge, but you have to make your moment whenever you make it. Like now, before you find how funny you are, you're doing the right thing. Making people know who you are, giving them a true version of you, building the name at the same time you building your funny. When I started, Instagram wasn't hot. Instagram or Facebook was barely. MySpace had just kind of faded off, and Facebook was the new thing. People were getting on Facebook. Are you on Facebook? What's your Facebook? Instagram hadn't even popped yet. Instagram wasn't nothing yet. So it was all about who you are right now. And don't have to worry about building. Don't worry about building a name.
Out of reach.
I was worried about learning how to be maximum funny every time. I thought there was value in that until I realized it's show business. It's not business, and it's not show. Show wouldn't make no money. show would be awesome, but it wouldn't make no money. And business would be boring, but it would be profitable.
Exactly.
So show business. You have to have the show, and you have to have the business. Business is 90% of it. So you have to put the show to the side and say, what do I need to do to make this a business? What do I need to do to make this a brand? People don't know me. How can I be known?
Well,
that's where I'm at right now.
I would say with that transition, what would you say was the hardest part for you? Was it, I mean, obviously you have that natural ability to be funny. Did you have to like take a step back and like, hold on now, I got to figure out this business aspect? Or was it like, all right, I'm funny, I kind of got this business idea, but I got to maximize my funny?
No, I've found ways to be the funniest or build my funny, but the hardest thing for me was to realize that being funny is worthless. It has no it's like a diamond. It has no intrinsic value until you make it valuable. Until you build a name. Like, you say names like, out of respect, homage, Michael Blackston, Ricky Smiley. Those names is like that scene out of Frank Lucas. Out of what was the name of Frank Lucas movie?
American Gangster.
When he said, I don't like these words, Frank. Infringe, insist. Well, I don't give a fuck if you call it blue dog shit. This is a brand. This is a name brand. This is a quality name. And if I present myself as funny and I don't have a name to follow it, you're going to be booking me and paying me thousands of dollars, and I haven't even secured in your mind people to come to your show off of my name. We can get somebody that's going to be funny, but how many tickets are we going to be able to sell with you on this venue? And see, that's where I'm at now. I'm creeping up the bowels of the game, and it's a slippery slope, and all I keep getting grips of shit, and I'm sweating and wiping the shit on my face and shit. This is a rough life I'm living right now. But actually, I got blessed to do a TV show this week. They fly me to LA to do a new Netflix special.
Oh yeah.
So if I rock this,
Can
get
you
a
talk
million
about
views. I can talk about it. Damon Williams has a special coming out. Damon Williams. Shout out to my big bro Damon Williams, Chicago's on, the world's on.
Just all over.
You've heard him on the Tom Jordan Morning Show, Tom Jordan Morning Cruise, all over the world, and Netflix. He toured with the Kings of Comedy too. Damon Williams is historical. Like when you say veteran, you say names like Steve Harvey, D.L. Hewley. Right after that, you get a Damon Williams, D-Ray, Leon Rogers, Leon Cole.
Right.
Those names right there. That was that era of comedy. You know what I mean? Lil Rails. That era, Damon was their big brother.
Right.
So Netflix is giving them a special called Laugh Tonight in Burbank, California, and I'm gonna have a 10-minute set, and I need to make that 10-minute set go viral, like millions of views.
Let's get it.
So I can get this opportunity to make comedy worth something.
Right. So this would not be your first appearance on TV. What was?
Bill Bellamy's Who's Got Jokes 2010. Last season of Bill Bellamy's Who's Got Jokes. I got on there and did pretty good.
How'd that go? What did that?
Wow. I was just talking about this the other day. I was, like I told you, I hadn't built my name, but I was building like a present. If you in a room with me, I'm gonna knock your socks off.
Right.
It was the Bill Bellamy's Who's Got Jokes audition, and I had a standing ovation. Bill Bellamy was running around in circles because he couldn't believe what I just did. So I was at the point where I had just started doing comedy, 3 years in the game, 3 or 4 years in the game, and I was new. I was at the point to where I was funny, but I didn't know how or why a lot of times. I just knew if I let go and be myself and let loose, that the zone would eventually take over. And when I got to Vegas, man, the pressure that I was under, the pressure that I put myself under, being so young in the game, not knowing my jokes, I was at a strange place. I had an artistry moment, like a true artist moment, like a what am I doing here? Why am I here?
Did you not feel you should have been there? Basically, talking about?
No, I was in a process of growth that because I'm an artist. I'm not just a silly comedian.
No, comedy is art.
This is an art form to me. I believe in this. This is what my whole life has been about.
Right.
So I got out in Vegas. My grandmother had just died, and I had 2 kids back to back. She died in May of 2009. They were born all in the same year of 2009. So I was going through a lot of who I am as a man in this moment.
Just overall growth, not even
Period. And I hit that moment at the wrong time because then my mind drew a blank. It's like writer's block. Why am I funny? Why am I here? I don't have any good jokes. I hit that moment at the wrong time. So in the midst of that, I was asking God for a sign. And if you ever ask God for a sign and you need it, keep your ears and eyes open, because if you come from your heart to the universal God, they will respond. The ancestors will send you a sign.
Y'all hear the testimony? Y'all hear?
A comedian called me out the blue. I'm almost in tears because I don't know what to do. I've never been in this situation before. I don't have any mentors. You know what I'm saying? At that point, I was just really blessed, right? Comedian Lil Rail from Chicago. Little Rail from Chicago called me out the blue. I didn't even know the man had my number. Out of all the comedians, out of all the people in my life, the only person that called me to check on me was Lil Rail. He said, "So, bro, what you looking like for tomorrow when you record? What's your joke lineup?" Like at this time when I started, Lil Rail was already 10 years in the game, and he was younger than me, and he was a vet already. So he was like, "So what you got for tomorrow?" I'm like, "Bro, honestly, I don't even know." Real silent on the phone. Well, when you get something together, let me know.
Right.
So at that point, I got up out of my feelings, and I started focusing on.
Now somebody watching. It's like, all right.
It's like that was my sign to say, "Okay, Keef, kick up."
Right.
And I got all 4s, both rounds. You know, they on Who's Got Jokes, they judge you 2 rounds. I got 4s 1 round, 4s the second round, because I did okay.
Right.
And opportunities may not come every damn day. I don't care if you think you're not ready. That's when they say act like you've been there. Because had I been acting like I've been there instead of just trying to be Keith Jackson or comedian Big Keith, when you're on TV, you're not even the comedian that people came to see. You're a brand, you're a business. You have to put yourself in an air of unforgettableness so you can be booked, so people can seek after you so you can be sought after. I was on Marlon's First Amendment. I won a competition. Who's Got Jokes? I mean, at Jokes and Oaks, Comedy Club Jokes and Oaks. It was the extension from All Jokes Aside. Jokes and Oaks was like 10 years in the game, and they had competitions with GCI and Power 92 to open up for concerts. So I got the opportunity to open up for Martin Lawrence Who's Got Jokes. Jokes and Oaks used to hold competitions at their club from Power 92 and WGCI, so you can open up for big concerts coming out. And Martin Lawrence First Amendment, I won the competition. I opened up, I rocked it like standing ovation, but they didn't record it. So I got in one of the skits. Like they used to do skits at the end of First Amendment. Right. I got one of those skits and I was actually aired on TV. So that's twice I was on TV. I was on Chicago PD also, like this, in the background. But that was my 3 times on TV. But what I'm saying is from 2010 to 2020, I've grown in so many different ways as a comedian, as a man, as everything else. So now, 10 years later, I'm able to look back and say, damn, I had the perfect opportunity, but what if you get the opportunity and you're not ready for it? So God kept me hidden so I can grow.
But be ready.
Thursday, Burbank, California, Laugh Tonight, coming out on Netflix with Damon Williams. Your boy Big Keef is about to show you what Chicago has made me. That's what I always say. Coming up in Chicago, you can't be phony with comedy. Right. Because we all
100% real.
Because there's more comedians in the audience than it'll ever be on stage. But cats like that don't just come on stage. You know what I'm saying? They funny where they at. You feel me? And it's so much you got to deal with to be a comedian in Chicago. So we've had to fight against so much. So you have to put so much effort in just being funny. So when you go other places, hilarious.
Right. Yeah. Me and my team, we often have conversations, especially people of any type of artistry. Mm-hmm. If they feel that if they took their art somewhere else, would they do better? So do you think if you took your comedy to like New York, or if you moved to California or something, do you think you would have done better than staying here?
Multi-part answer. Doing better means doing something different that can lead to other opportunities. Right. As a comedian, you're an artist, so everything you see and breathe and experience is growth. And it comes in and through your comedy. So staying in one place will limit your experiences and your life understanding. Right. So moving around to different places will make you better because you're experiencing more, and that'll tie more into what you're trying to be as a comedian and as an artist. Right. But you could also tie it into there are other opportunities that are not here. Hollywood is coming here now. TV is coming here now. Netflix is coming here now. Right. But in the last, before 2, 3, 4 years ago, before Instagram started making people having millions of followers.
Insta famous,
social media famous. That's multi-grain everywhere now. You don't have to be in LA. You don't have to be in New York now because you can get a name or get views anywhere. But before, yes, there are different opportunities and different expectancies when you go to New York and LA. Right. When you go to New York, it's SNL, it's plays, it's stage, it's theater. It's a lot of real, true, great artistry. You go to LA, you fuck for the deal, they bust you on down, then you get on. Edit that. But you go to LA, you go to LA and you are able to be in front of different people who make big moves and link to big projects. Right. And you never know what connection could put you. It don't even have to be an audition or a comedy club. Y'all can get y'all dogs washed at the same, groomed at the same place.
For real.
And be next to a CEO producer at a studio, and y'all just kicked off a good conversation. They said shit about performing, nothing. Right. But y'all see each other every other week at the dog place, and then y'all, what are you doing? Your dog? Let's go have some coffee. Right. What do you do? Right. Then you own. And then say, well, I got a show on Sunset this weekend. If you're not doing anything, come by. Motherfucker, come by. You go crazy.
Right.
So it's still able to bust, but being in one place, it limits your experiences. Right. It limits this is a who you meet, who you know kind of business.
Right.
So if you stay in the same place, you got the same people you know all the time, you got the same interactions, that'll limit your circles. Your circles will be limited. You know what I mean?
Right,
but
right.
I don't know if it's better or worse, but that's why you just got to get out and travel.
What was Big Keef doing before he became a comic?
Being a regular person, Joe.
Being
Just
a
regular.
person.
Just being regular. Just being regular. I thought I was being regular. I thought I was just a jovial person that always was able to make people feel good about themselves in life. So I'm an engineer. I graduated from DeVry with an engineering degree. I have kids. I'm an only child. I love my mom. I'm married now. So it's a bunch of different things that makes me.
You married? Y'all hear that, black people? Black people do get married. Y'all hear that, man? I was just having a conversation with some of my other friends, and we always, it's a running joke from white people that black people don't get married. And I'm like, that's not necessarily true. Like, so anytime I hear it, there's a black man married, I try to throw that out there.
Thanks.
It is very much a compliment, and we need to change that within our community. But anyway, let's get back to a comedic note. At what point would you? What's your highest goal at the moment?
Right now is to build my name, to make my name. I'll say my attainable 12-month goal is to be $100,000 a year comedian, and then next is gonna be 200.
Right.
Then next is gonna be level after level after opportunity after opportunity. So I want to be able to get out here on this road, get on a couple tours, have a standing contract at a couple different places, and mediate 50, 80, and 90K somewhere in the next 12 months.
Right.
And put them deals together and keep on going.
Right.
I say 100K because you got to pay taxes.
Most definitely.
If you get over 100K, you got to pay taxes. So I want to take.
If they got Wesley, they'll get you.
Take away 100K. Like, I want to take away 100K, invest in my business, put some money up, and keep going.
Right. What's a dream venue?
Dream venue.
Because we seen how Kevin Hart broke down when he sold out.
A stadium.
Stadium. You want to sell out UC?
Whatever.
Yeah.
It don't even matter at this point, bro.
Nah.
Because I've been rocking for 17 people.
Yeah.
And I had the opportunity to perform for. I did some work with UIC where I did a freshman. Their freshman banquet dinner, the day they move in.
Right.
The freshman, I forgot what it's called, but it's called a banquet dinner. It was 1,500 freshmen. That was surreal. I think that was the most people I ever performed for. A bunch of 18-year-olds that I had in there rolling. Like, they know me their whole life. Like, that's what I'm saying. Big Keef is the key. I can go from 8 to 85, make people laugh, make them feel good about themselves, and make it valuable. Right. That's where I'm at now. I have to make my name valuable to people who can put me in place where they have audiences. That's it. And my ultimate goal as a comedian is to be memorable. On my bio that I wrote when I first started comedy, you got a comedy bio? Mm-hmm. Write your bio. Right. Write. Take time, read a couple different bios, and write your bio. Manifest that thing. And it says my ultimate goal in comedy is to be memorable. Because when you're memorable, people seek after you, look after you. You can be funny, and somebody be like, that one dude, that guy? That one dude, he was funny. What was his joke? Man. My jokes, you're going to remember my jokes. You're going to be saying them to yourself over and over again.
Where did Fry Hard come from? What's that from?
In my young comedian days, I was just trying to be creative and find ways to take what I think is funny and illustrate it to others. Right. And me and my best friend was sitting in the car. He was like, man, you need to be telling jokes. Like, man, I was in the store the other day. I heard somebody say they wanted some chicken fried hard. And that shit was funny as hell, right? That's the primitive portion of it. But like I said, I've learned how to illustrate my natural observations and cleverly write them to where my cleverness meets my silliness and my sincerity and make that one thing. And that's where it came from. I'll be like, where all my ghetto food lovers at? People get sophisticated, be going to Ruth Chris and Chicago Winery. And, you know what I mean? They get all sophisticated. You don't know what ghetto food is. Ghetto food is just meat, fries, and bread. Ghetto food. In Chicago, you can get any kind of food you want fried. The more than you can get it fried, I like mine fried hard. Where my fried hard people like, man, fried hard. I love it. Nah, you been coughing. I can't shake your hand. You fried hard. Fried hard. And fried hard is really just well done. Cook it a couple extra minutes because if too many people at the restaurant at once, they rush our orders, and then I get home and my chicken ain't done in the middle. My chicken pink. Don't nobody want no damn pink chicken. I want my chicken. It's got to be like a threat.
That's that salmonella. You know
So, and in my artistry, I learned how to take that primitive piece of funny and turn it into a brand. That's the name of my LLC, Fry Hard LLC.
Oh man! For every guest that we have on the Will Hill Show, I try to do something, guest specific. With you being a comic, I thought it'd be great if we played the word association game. For those who don't know, basically I'm gonna say a word or a phrase.
Like fried hard. Like
right,
that. Okay,
right.
cool.
I'm gonna say a word or a phrase, and the first thing in your mind, I want you to just say that shit, and we just will go right through it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Stage.
Right.
Comedy.
Process.
Failure.
Necessary.
Heat.
Fire.
Winter.
Now.
Black ice.
Die.
Blizzard. The first thing.
East Coast.
Oh yeah, they get all the stuff.
Keep that shit up.
Polar vortex.
Global warming.
Tattoos. It don't matter. It's first things. Tattoo.
Culture.
Big Keef. I don't think. Come on, just give it to me.
Impactful.
Heralds.
I got a comedy show on Thursday at Harold's every Thursday.
I led right into that shit.
Fry Hard Comedy Thursdays every Thursday. We're gonna do it at 6 o'clock. We're gonna try to make it a mid downtown crowd. So I know a lot of people. If you ain't downtown, you ain't gonna make it. So bitch, you gonna miss it.
Plug it. No, this I led right into it on purpose. That was the end that I could think of. Plug that Heralds one more time. Where is it at?
Just follow me on Instagram, Facebook, childsupport.com, GoFundMe. It's a train outside. It's a train outside, but fuck that train. So, who is Big Keef? I changed my Instagram name so you'll know what I'm on. Who is Big Keef? I want everybody in the world to find out who is Big Keef. At who is BIGKEEF, like teeth and beef. Keef. Who is Big Keef? Comedian Big Keef fan page on Facebook, and call me on my cell phone number. Matter of fact, call my baby mama and tell her she ain't shit. No, that's a joke part.
Don't do that shit.
I had a web page that's down right now because the nigga had to pay that bill. What else? Just follow me. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and hey, give me some money. Donate.
How did you come across get this thing set up at Heralds?
Somebody called me. Somebody called me with an opportunity at a Harold's, and they thought that because I had a room at Fry Hard Comedy Tuesday at the Island Bar. Rooms in Chicago dry up quick.
Yeah.
A comedy club will dry up in Chicago, like a real comedy club. So I had a restaurant in Blue Island that every Tuesday we had like epic classic Chicago comedy shows there every single Tuesday for like 6.5, 7 years, and it was just an extension of all the great comedy rooms when Bernie Mac had Ventureers and Giovanni's and Riddles, a lot of stuff that you probably don't know about. Do your research on Chicago comedy, all jokes aside, the Cotton Club, all jokes and notes. And when I say my room was a microcosm, a real small piece of that, but we made it epic every Tuesday.
Right.
It was crazy. So they knew that I had Fry Hard Comedy Tuesdays, and they said, damn, Harold's Chicken, it'd be perfect. It was Fry Hard Thursdays. So I took the opportunity to just try to grow another brand. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Everything you take on, be another experience, be another test, be another challenge, and you never know what it'll lead to. So at first I didn't want to do it, but they pressed me, they asked me to do it, so I'm trying it out.
Hey, but you said you're going out of town this Thursday, right? Let's go.
LA, baby.
So they still gonna have it?
They're gonna have it. This is gonna be a guest host.
Okay.
Have a guest host.
Yeah, be that Thursday. Actually, I was just talking to one of my guys, and somebody was there. Just like, it's just weird because he called me. He was like, "Hey, you heard about the thing going on here?" I'm like, "Oh, Big Keef thing?" Like, yeah. Why you? I'm like, ew. So, I'm like, "Oh man, it's getting around. Look, word of mouth. That's how you do it."
Well, that's what it is. It's a person-to-person type of business.
Yeah.
Unless you get a name so big that people be like, "Oh yeah, I gotta fuck with it." But people in Chicago, they fuck with me a little bit, and we just gotta take it global. I can't wait on people. That's why you said when when you leave, is it better if you leave to make it?
Right.
People have to leave so Chicago feel like they miss you, and then they see you on bigger, better shit.
Right.
That's the dude that was.
It's like an X.
Then you gone.
Get that better bitch.
Then you see them, right, and then they see you on everything, and then when you come back on some big hoopla.
Praise.
You come back and you do the radio, you do WGN in the morning,
Right.
you do all the press coverage, then you had a big show, then you even funnier than you was when you left. You got some of the same jokes that you had, and then it's like pandemonium.
Do you remember? All right, this is the last thing. Then we gonna get up out of here. Do you remember your first joke? What was the first joke you written?
My first funny joke?
Yeah.
My first funny joke was also another joke gifted to me by my best friend. It was about how guys are nervous on the phone in front of their girl, but the girls are not ever nervous in front of us when they talking to a guy on the phone. But it don't even matter who we are on the phone with. Like, fellas get so nervous. If your phone ring in front of your girl, you gonna act like it ain't even ringing. You ever did that, fellas? You Achoo. He trying to make any kind of noise so she don't hear his phone ringing. So. And then when you do answer, you don't even know what to say. Hello? Yeah. No. Yep. Nope. Maybe. Blue. Orange. Red. Green. Purple. Sunflower seeds. Rhinoceros eggs. You said all kind of shit, so this motherfucker gonna kick you out the house. Then you hang up and be like, who was that? Wrong number.
All right, y'all. Let's go wrap it up for the Will Hill Show. Big Keef, please tell them one more time where they can find you.
Who is Big Keef on Instagram? That's who is BIGKEEF. Say it with me now. BIGKEEF. Comedian Big Keef on Facebook. And look, I'm here. Look at me. I'm losing weight. I'm sexy now.
Y'all.
Face all slim. I'm 40, but I look 30. So let's keep it going.
All right, make sure y'all follow me, Simply Just Will, all platforms. Make sure y'all are following Third Post Media, all platforms. Apparently, I need to tell people this third, spelled out, post like in heartbeat, and media. I mean, can't do media. I'm sorry, I don't know really what to tell you. Third Post Media, all platforms. And we out. All right, y'all.
Catch me at y'all support.